Thank you very much. It's a great...
Hungary may not be halfway between Europe and the United States, but the country's Prime Minister represents something of a bridge between Washington, D.C., Brussels and Moscow. More than 6 years after his last visit, Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban will find himself on the American end of that connection in the White House on Friday.
I have to convince the Americans that though their president will look at a map of his country and see water from shore to shore, Hungary is landlocked, and so direct sea transport isn't possible. We're dependent on the only way to transport energy to Hungary, which is mostly pipelines.
The key issue will be energy, and specifically Hungary's reliance on Russia for it. Orban is worried about recent US sanctions on Russian state oil giants Rosneft and Lukoil. He wants exemptions for Hungary from the sanctions.
An important part of the agenda is a major economic and energy package. We've been working hard on this over the last few weeks and months, and a big step was our recent discussions in Washington with US Secretary of State Marco Rubio. This substantial cooperation package will help guarantee Hungary's long-term energy security.
Hungary is Europe's largest buyer of Russian oil, spending roughly $488 million in August alone. That's around half of the continent's total imports from Moscow. Yet even though Trump's policies threaten Orban's economy, the two leaders are still seen as cut from the same political cloth.
They are echoing the same narratives in terms of, anti-gender policies or pro-family policies in many things, in terms of sovereign states and in terms of criticism of international institutions.
Orban, however, faces a tricky few months. Elections are due to be held in April, and there has been a surge in popularity for the country's opposition party. Some have suggested Orban has deliberately used Hungary's reliance on Russian energy as a way to maintain close ties to Moscow. Budapest would have been the location too for another summit between Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin, following on from their meeting in Alaska. Trump cancelled the meeting, though.
And he's always said in order to negotiate a good peace deal, both sides need to be interested in a good peace deal. And he feels as though, unfortunately, from the Russian side as of late, he has not seen enough interest and enough action in terms of moving the ball forward towards peace.
It is no coincidence that Orban has been in power in Hungary for the last 15 years. His future, though, as Prime Minister, could well now hinge on his friendship with Donald Trump. Flynn, TRT World.